I continue to say it. It seems like the card show market is on absolute fire. There are card shows around me are just never slowing down. That's the way it looks right now. I just had a 2-day weekend, or two shows this weekend. One about 2 hours away from me and one about an hour away from me. I had to travel for both. And it was the craziest local, I'll say local because it's not terribly far. I didn't leave the state anyways. Two craziest local shows I've ever had, and we are in August. What is this fall gonna look like? It's crazy. I'm gonna show you guys a few of the pickups that I got from this. I'm not gonna be able to show it all because it would just take incredibly too long, but I will show a few of the pickups. Before I do that, I will introduce myself. My name is Dell, and I sling cardboard to feed my kids. He's back there in the background. One of them is. I recently went full-time trading cards, and I am sharing my journey along the way, giving you guys tips and tricks and bouncing ideas off of each other so that we can learn every step of the way in this hobby that we all love. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. All right, let's get into some of these pickups, and I'll talk a little bit about some of the other things that I'm learning as I'm going. This pile of cards right here, including this binder, all came from 2 days worth of card shows. Well, I sprinkled in a couple of older pickups too. This is exactly why I am talking about going to card shows and letting the deals come up to you. You never know what is going to come across your table, and as long as you have cash and are willing to make deals, you can pick up some really good stuff. As I said, I'm not going to go through everything that I picked up, but I do want to talk about a couple of things real quick. All right, one thing I'm noticing about going to card shows is I have a wide variety of price ranges from Pokemon and sports. And on the sports side, I am noticing my $20 and under cards, people still really want to get a deal. Every card that I sell, for the most part, is off of sticker price. There is very rare where I get a sports card guy that comes up and pays full sticker price. Very rare. So when I'm talking about $20 cards and under, they want a deal too, and I'm not afraid to give deals. I build all of that into what I'm doing. But when I'm dealing with $20 cards and under, I can't really give them a deal because it cuts my margins so far. So let's just say, for instance, I get a $20 card and somebody's like, hey, can you do 15 on this? Usually I'd be like, yeah, no problem. But guess what? I'm usually losing money if that's the case. So let's just say 20, we'll use a $30 card for instance. Typically, if I go about 90%, I'm completely fine there. So I can get down to $27. I can really get down to 25 and be okay. But if you're in your $20 cards and trying to get $15 out of it, you're going to lose money. So I am going to adjust what I'm doing, which I kind of was already anyways, and basically only put 25, we'll just say probably $30 cards and above in my showcases. And then the rest, it will be on my eBay store, which is pretty much what I was doing anyways. But you need to focus on that when or think about that at least, when you're putting stuff out at card shows. Everybody wants a deal. Now, Pokemon side, I typically can sell at my sticker price or right around there. Most people aren't coming to me and asking for a deal, and that's because I price so fairly on sports too, but sports side is flippers and everybody else is trying to make a buck. It's not so much on the Pokemon side. That's the nice thing about selling Pokemon, is you're pretty much selling to collectors, and that's awesome. And as long as you're priced at market or just barely below, no problems. Nobody complains. Nobody argues. As a matter of fact, I had a couple of people come up to me yesterday and say, your prices are the best in this entire show. So think about that when you're at these shows. There's a reason why I sell through so much. It's because my prices are where they should be, and I'm willing to make deals. Another comment that I had is there's a guy that's always at these shows. He comes up to me, buys from me often. He always tells me you're really easy to work with, and I really appreciate that. He brought another guy with him, and we made a deal on a card. I knocked off like 10% off the sticker price on a Shohei. So I did like 90% on a Shohei. And this guy, he's like, holy crap, man. That was like the easiest deal I've ever done. I was like, I try to be as easy as possible. Keep that money moving. That is the biggest thing that I can tell you from doing card shows or trading cards in general. Just keep the money moving. If you're making a profit, take your profit, move it into the next thing. As you can see, the next thing is right here. I get piles and piles of cards because I'm able to sell and keep that money moving. So I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I picked up. I'll start with a little bit of Pokemon. I'll show you this binder. This binder is a really good buy. This is going to be eBay inventory, low-end stuff. Absolutely nothing in here. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Go like this. Nothing in here that is crazy value-wise. You know, it's a lot of EXs, a couple of full arts. You can see some low $2, $3 full arts, $4 or $5 full arts. But this is a great buy for me. I've been looking for some more eBay Pokemon, and because I had pretty much gotten through my stack, and this is going to be excellent. Shot the guy at offer of $250 for this binder, and I had been willing to come up a little bit, but I started at $250, and he's like, yeah, that seems reasonable, and we made a deal. He traded for a few cards out of my showcase. On the low end side also, I got this stack of Jordans. Nothing crazy, but I paid $1 a piece for these, and I'm figuring I could put these on eBay. Some of them will be $5 cards, most will be $1 cards. $2.49 is my low. But yeah, a bunch of Jordans. Can't go wrong with Jordans at $1 a piece. All right, move into a little bit of Pokemon again. A couple of slabs, nothing wild, but had this as a trade-in. I love this artwork. It's a really sweet card. And also a Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur PSA 9. That's about it for slabs that I took in on Pokemon, but most of the stuff that I took in was lower end. Some of the stuff is going to go into my binder at the shows and in my showcases as well. I picked up some Piplup, some mid-era vintage. This one's really cool. All right, let's talk about this. Maybe I'm speculating, but everybody's big on the Bubble Mew. How about a little bit of a Bubble Piplup? Not super valuable card, like $10, $12. It's a trainer card, so it's not super exciting, but I thought it was really cool, so I picked it up. A couple of really cool vintage cards. This one's really clean. This is a near mint copy, which is sweet, on the Raichu Hollow. And then we got the Garchomp X. All right, I'll also show some of the higher end stuff that I picked up, a few of them anyways. I picked up 2 Greninjas and a Darkrai. This isn't really higher end, but a sweet Gengar. And then, as I said, stacks and stacks of just lower end that can go in my binder and my showcases, and a lot of stuff that's going to go on eBay as well, just stacks of them. I also did some low end on sports side as well. I got like 54 cards for $50. And this will all be really good low-end eBay inventory, even a couple of all aces. There's 2 of them in there. RPA, it's still in Gabriel, but it's still really nice. I mean, that should sell for like $7 on eBay. Cheap gold, this is a Drew Holiday, a gold. It's like $10, $12, and should look really good in the showcase at $20 maybe, but I'm probably gonna take that out of there and sell that on eBay. It's probably an eBay inventory. I've got some baseball, Brooks Lee auto. Really cool color match, Blue Ice, Travion Henderson. One of my favorite pickups was this Cal Ripken auto. I picked this up along with an Ace Bailey card. If I could show you, I'll show you. I picked that up in the same deal. And I flipped that Ace Bailey right away. I took a risk on it, and I bought it at the show on Saturday, which was in Des Moines, and I sold it on Sunday in Iowa City, made like $50, and I was excited about that. Sometimes you got to take a risk. There weren't any sales on this card, and maybe I would price it undervalue because it was basically a snap buy for a guy that came to my showcase on Sunday. But that's okay. I made my money and moved on. Cool Roma Dunze as well. This is a sweet card. I picked up some slabs too. I got Bobby Witt rookie gold, a Giannis, a Wemby, a LeBron, a Cooper Flag. One of my favorite pickups A Victor Wembanyama. This is a sweet card. A PSA 10 is like $1,000, and we comp this around 500. There was a sale for 600, but like 500. So at half the price, you can get a hollow version of. It's not a PSA 10, but it's still an SGC 10, and you can get it for basically half the price. Love it. I could see this really going up before the season. His prices have softened a lot. All right, and I will show you my favorite pickup of the day, and that was a downtown Stafford. Big Stafford guy. I really like his game. Loved him all the way when he was in Detroit too, and now he's with LA. He's won a Super Bowl already. Safe market, and I feel like they have a really good shot to win it this year as well. They're going all in, and last time they went all in, they won the Super Bowl. All right, as I said, I'm not going to be able to get to all of this. There's way too many pickups for this video. I try to keep my videos somewhat short. Anyways, I was so busy this weekend that I didn't even get a chance to record any videos at the shows. I usually like to show my showcases off and create some shorts, and I was slammed the entire time. So it is here. The boom is still continuing, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. This fall and winter is going to be crazy, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. If you're out there doing the shows, then you're going to be able to pick up some awesome stuff, and that's what we're all here for, man. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I really appreciate you guys checking out my content. As I said before, if you would, hit the like button and subscribe on your way out, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.